Hello, I am Catherine. As you know, I make videos in English, German, and Greek. And you know, I speak a lot about end time. You find my videos, many of them, in my website. I write in the information, but also in my channel, Markt Jesu. And you know, I speak about end time. We are in the last days. You see, in America, many Muslims are happy and they have, how do you say, they make videos. They are so happy that their man won as mayor in New York. This man is a communist, Islamist. Today we say socialist, but it's communist. It's so easy to come from somewhere to the West to promise people everything for free. You don't know where you take the money, but everything for free. And so people believe you. They are so foolish. People are so foolish. They believe you and they vote for you. And after some days, months, they know their mistake. And Muslims are going around in New York and say Islam will take over and Allah will be in every part of New York and this country and they say Allah is the God of Jesus. No, no, no. This is blasphemy. Stop with your blasphemies. Jesus has nothing to do with Allah or Moses or David. You stole all the Jewish Christian prophets. You stole them. Allah and Jesus Christ are total opposite. Moses and Allah are total opposite. Christianity, true Christianity, and Islam are absolute opposite. If it is not so, why you are angry and want to kill your son if he becomes a Christian? You know why. But the people in New York, they will very soon understand what they did. For the people who are disappointed, I want to say something. The same people, I don't mean the foolish people, I don't mean the simple people. The same people who brought Trump or Bush or Clinton or Obama, the same people brought Sohar or what is the name, Mabdani in New York. The same. He came like Obama. How came Obama? Saudi Arabia paid his university. And nobody knew him. And suddenly he's here and he's president of America. He went 20 years as a Muslim to a church to play Christianity to become president. And as soon he became president, he went to the Al-Azhar University in Cairo to proclaim that America is not anymore a Christian country. America was never a Christian country. There is no Christian country. There is no Christian state. You can't do that. God and state goes not together. It's not possible. There are Christians in America, but America was founded by Freemasonry, Illuminati, secret societies who believe very different. And you see that in the capital, Rome. You see the apotheosis of George Washington, all Freemasonry, Illuminati. You see, the Bible, they swear the presidents. How do you know it is the Bible and not the Bible of the Freemasonry? Because they have also their Bible. So, last time I made a video about the mafia. And perhaps some people were shocked about the title and about what I spoke. But I was also shocked in the beginning because I had the impression from God. I always ask, what title, what picture in the beginning? It's not from me, the decision. So in the end, I don't remember, I said, in the world, we have a political mafia, an economical mafia, and a religious mafia. The political mafia will bring the government down. And we see how the leftists and Islamists who go to the streets, it's not about Gaza. It's about to bring the governments in the West down, to destroy democracy, to bring the new world order. Because when the West fall, the world will fall. And they can do what they want. The next, the economical mafia, they will take everything you have. Everything you have. They tell us, you will have nothing in the future and you will be very happy. But these two mafias are not the most dangerous. The most dangerous mafia is the third, the religious mafia. Why? It's very simple. Because they fight for your soul. They want you. Where are the fallen angels? And you know that I have in the playlist the fallen angels and the videos. A lot of videos. You must understand the fallen angels. Another way, you don't understand what is going on. So, what is the religion of the elite? Of course, it goes back to the Garden Eden. It goes back to secret knowledge. It goes back to Cain, to the fallen angels, to Nimrod, to the priest of Pharaoh and pharaohs in Egypt, in Babylon, all these spiritual people. It goes back to Hinduism. Hinduism, Tibetism are very strong spiritual things. They can kill you. I mean spiritually, how can I say, even if they don't see you through their prayers, I don't mean differently. Because Hinduism is the religion of the fallen angels, Tibetism, all this, very strong spiritual powers, but not from God, from the other side. Yeah, Sophia means in Greek wisdom. And if you see the elite, and the only thing they want is secret wisdom, secret knowledge. It's all about secret knowledge. So this is in the old time. It goes back. But in the new time, in the 18th, we can say, it was a woman, a Russian woman, Helena Blavatsky. She created the Theosophical Society. She was Russian, but she lived in London. London is a center, a very important center of the elite. And when she, after her death, another woman took over Theosophy. In Theosophy, it's a lot of things, everything that is not Jesus Antichrist. What you have today, New Age, Spiritism, esoteric, occultism, meditation, healing meditation, and. Mysticism, Theosophy has to do with the secret knowledge of the fallen angels. It is made by the fallen angels. After Blavatsky, others took over, and especially Alice Bailey. She was in London, in England, but she went to America and she continued with Theosophy. I will speak in the next video about another thing she made. Alice Bailey in 1919 was visited by a fallen angel or demon or whatever, and his title was the Tibetan. So he was a god from Tibet. And he spoke to her and he told her she must write books. And she wrote 19 books from 1919 to 1949 through telepathic contact with this spirit. I didn't know, but perhaps you think, why I must know these things? What these people prepare has influence in your life, in your family, in your country, in your future, very near future. Because these people will bring the Antichrist. They use Islam. Somebody said they use Islam because in Islam there is no empathy. Yes. Quran says Allah is merciful. No, Allah is cruel. How many people, and especially Muslims, lost their lives for Allah? All this is blood sacrifice to the fallen angels. Yesterday or before yesterday, I was very surprised to find out that Alice Bailey wrote 10 points in her books. 10 special points that you see in our countries in the last decades, how they take over. I begin to read. If you give the words Alice Bailey and 10 points or whatever, you will find a lot of information in Google or YouTube, and some information is by Christians and some information is by esoteric people, by occult people. The 10 points of Alice Bailey. First, take God and prayer out of the education system. Is this known to you? When came the guns in the schools in America? When they stopped with prayer. I think it was in 69, something like this, with this woman, Hare or something like this. And since then, you have again and again criminals and morts and things in the schools. Second, reduce parental authority over the children. Is this known to you? How many Americans, how many people in the West I don't know about the other countries, but in the West, how many families can live only with one wage? The man, husband, works and they can live. So the mother, if she wants, she can stay home and look for the children and not give the children to the state, under the state authority. Very few. In our countries, as soon children are born, they come under the state authority. You must bring them to the kitas, or how they say, so that you can work, so you can pay the bills. Destroy the traditional Christian family structure. Is this known to you? They told us we must take out, oh, how do you say this word? A moment. Yeah. You must take out God. It's an old thing, faith in God. We don't need that. And so the country Sweden, not Switzerland, Sweden, but whole Europe, took out God from everything. Politics, schools, all the areas. In the schools today, they have all religions. They learn some things about all religions, preparation for the new world order. And what they have now? They have criminals in Sweden, like everywhere, 15 years old, who kill every day when they want, who they want. When you put out God, you have the devil in your house, in your family, in your school, in your country. So simple. 4. If sex is free, make abortion legal and easy. Is it known to you? So the state allowed everything, it's allowing everything, and abortion became easy and legal. The women go to the streets and call, my organs, my womb belongs to me. No, your womb belongs to the elite. Your womb belongs to the fallen angels, and they like so much sacrifices, blood sacrifices. Wars are blood sacrifices for the gods. Abortions are blood sacrifices for the gods of the elite. Make divorce easy and legal. Free people from the concept of marriage for life. No? It's so easy to get married. It's so easy to get divorced. And people today, why to get married? You pay only more taxes. And in Africa, in Asia, in South America, in many countries of the world in the South, people are not married. Most of the people are not married. They live together, they have children together, and then the man goes to the next woman, has more children, and then he goes to the next woman, has more children, so there is no responsibility for the man. The woman must work, the woman has the responsibility for the children, the woman has all this on her shoulders. And then you wonder why so many Black Americans, Africans, why so many children? Most of them, they are without father. And then you wonder why they become criminals or they do nothing from their lives. If you live with a man together without marriage before the state or before as the law is, or in the church or whatever, it's sin before God and you go to hell. Even if you say you are Christian, how can you be Christian? Make homosexuality an alternative lifestyle. Homosexuality exists since human beings exist, also transgenders. What do you think brought the fallen angels? They mixed not only with women and their children, surely not. They mixed with animals, they mixed with the other gender, they mixed with birds, their DNA with DNA of birds. This is why you see sometimes the gods with the face of a bird, like Anubis in Egypt. It was normal orgy, parades, sex parades, no moral. Everything was allowed for the gods. No moral. Total Sodom and Gomorrah. Why you think God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah? When the angels came to destroy the city and to lead out the Lot, the nephew of Abraham, the men of the city came, and what they said, give us these men out. They knew that they are angels, but they were used to have sex with angels. And this is why God threw his fire. And this is why God will do this again. So many Muslims are happy and they believe that now they will take over America and England and Europe and the world. Don't be too early. Our countries are under judgment. New York will be destroyed very soon. America will be destroyed very soon. They will burn or be covered by the ocean. So what? They use you to bring chaos, to bring violence, to kill, to rape. But in the last 3.5 years, you will have to bow down before the Antichrist, before the world dictator, like all the others. So what? Debase art, make it run mad. Debase art, make it run mad. When you see pictures, paintings, but also theaters, music, when you see all this Beyoncé and Madonna and Taylor Swift and Kanye West, and what is all this name, Katy Perry and what? What do you see? Devilish things. Because these people were indoctrinated, manipulated, sold. They sold their souls. And through their music, through their films, through the Hollywood, they want to kill you, to take your soul. use media to promote and change mindset. When you listen to young people today, and not only to young, also to older people, you ask yourself what happened with these people. How is it possible that they are so foolish, that they destroy their own countries, they destroy their own lives, they don't see anymore. They go out and destroy their countries under the influence of people who came from somewhere, from Africa or the Middle East, and are communist, Islamist, and whatever. They don't see that the leaders are paid to indoctrinate them. They don't see that our universities are full of communists and Islamists. Use media. Yeah, social media. All under all have, not every media, but most have a plan, are part of the plan. Create an interfaith movement. I spoke about the interfaith movement 20 years ago. And you can't imagine who is the leader of the interfaith movement. Some weeks ago, when was this peace between between Israel and Gaza? He came out after 20 years and said he wanted to be the mayor of Gaza. Yeah. Get governance to make all these law. As I said, there was always homosexuality, and everybody is free to believe what he wants. I mean, what? But when you legalize, when the state legalize sin, when the state legalized rebellion against God, this was the rebellion of the fallen angels, then the whole country, the state, is under judgment. They legalized the rebellion against God, and he will answer, oh my goodness. And the next, give attention, and get the church to endorse these changes. And get the church to endorse these changes. What do we have? In Vatican, a prayer room for the Muslims. And now also Hindus were in Vatican and made the snake dance. Perhaps I will put a video down in the information. And a priest, a woman in England or where, a priest of the church, she blessed for men. It's not allowed to get married, so the church blessed the 4 men who will live together. And our mass medias every day now in the West will tell us It's not, you don't have to live only with a man and a woman. You can have 3 women or whatever. Or you can be a man with other 3 men, polygamy or whatever. Why? Because all this abnormality, all this perversion, we went beyond the red line of God, has to do with the fallen angels. So all these weren't are the ideas of Alice Bailey, did you think? And what she said more, the Christian church in its many branches can serve as a Saint John the Baptist, as a voice crying in the wilderness, and as a nucleus through which world illumination may be accomplished. In other words, instead of opposing Christianity, the occult would capture and blend itself with Christianity and then use it as its primary vehicle for spreading and instilling New Age consciousness. The various churches would still have their outer trappings of Christianity and still use much of the same lingo. If asked certain questions about traditional Christian doctrine, the same answers would be given, but it would all be on the outside. On the inside, a contemplative spirituality would be drawing in those open to it. The new era is coming. What does it say? The church, Theosophy, the religion of the elite, they don't have to fight open Christianity. They send their people in the churches. Normally these people have some money, so they have very quickly influence. They can influence preaching, teaching, pastors, youth leaders. And the prophets who warn, you can put them out. A lot of churches threw me out because I was warning, because I have the spirit of discernment. I know, I feel, I see. And so these false people, fake people, are now in our churches, not only in the Catholic Church, not only in the Protestant Church. We speak about evangelical churches, the charismatic movement, the emerging church, and contemplation. When you begin to put your mind to sleep, like in yoga, like in Zen Buddhism, mysticism, then you take contact to the spiritual world, to the fallen angels. It has nothing to do with God. But you still play Christianity. You are a Christian, of course. So if somebody asks something, you give the same answers like before, but it's a very different thing. She says the new era is coming, the new ideals, the new civilization, the new modes of life, of education, of religious presentation, and of government are slowly precipitating and not can stop them. Yes, you can't stop them. They can, however, be delayed, and now you must listen, by the reactionary types of people, I am one, by the ultra-conservative, I am not conservative, I am a Christian, and close minds. They are the ones who can and do hold back the hour of liberation. This must all be brought under the power of death. What did she say? The Christians, the true Christians who are against all this taken over, they must be killed. And we will be killed. This is what is coming, not the rapture. The rapture is coming. Persecution is coming. Neil Donald Walsh wrote God, the book God, explained the rationale for what most people would consider outrageous and impossible. Listen to his God. So the first thing you have to understand, as I have already explained to you, is that Hitler didn't hurt anyone. In a sense, he didn't inflict suffering, he ended it. There is no death. Life goes on forever and ever. Life is. You simply change form. After you change form, consequences cease to exist. No hell, of course. There is just knowing. It's all about knowing. The real issue is whether Hitler's actions were wrong. Yet I have said over and over again that there is no right or wrong in the universe. Now your thought that Hitler was a monster is based on the fact that he ordered the killing of millions of people, correct? What if I told you that what you call death is the greatest thing that could happen to anyone? What then? Well, if you die, we will see. Shall we therefore punish Brer Fox for throwing Brer Rabbit into the briar patch? Yeah, this is why we don't, we let murderers and rapists for free. The swastika, he speaks about the swastika was not the main symbol of Nazism. It is an age-old Hindu symbol that is still found on many temples throughout India. The word is not even German, but Sanskrit, swastika, meaning that which is excellent. A New Age book has described swastika is the final stage in which the chakra is active, the energy, the serpent, developed, opened, and energized by awakened Kundalini energy. Kundalini spirit, the snake when you do meditate, when you do yoga and other things. The very banner of Nazism stands for the very energy and thrust that underlies the whole New Age movement. New Agers know that. David Spangler makes a reference in one of his books to the Nazi movement, which had many roots in occultism. The swastika symbol was also prominently displayed on Meyer Blavatsky's personal bronze in exactly the same style as the Nazi. Decades before the Nazi party was even formed, one can see the parallel between Nazism and the ancient wisdom in the Hindu caste system with its Brahmin, the Brahmins are the highest caste, and its lower untouchable caste. The Nazis also took the term Aryan, literally the worthy race, from Hinduism. The word has nothing to do with Nazis and Germany, but is a Hindu word meaning noble or superior. Theosophy. Theosophy. The key to positive change, both internal and external, is present in everyone, and it also exists all around us. Whether through meditation, energy healing, or a full on spiritual awakening, you can transcend the physical world to better your mind, body, and soul. So, did you understand? This is what is coming. If you are against that, you are killed. This is Theosophy, the religion of Hinduism, Tibetism, the religion of the elite, and they want that also the simple people come to this wisdom. Jesus said, the first sign, he said for the last days, see that no one leads you astray, for many will come in my name saying, I am the Christ, and they will lead many astray. They speak about the Christ, but not about Jesus Christ. Prepare, repent, ask God to forgive you and come in your life to become your Savior, Jesus Christ. Goodbye. God bless.